Something is different with her. Listen to me. We are losing her.
Why is my family falling apart? I thought I put it all in your hands.
Wow, that's a scene from the movie Beautifully Broken. It comes out tomorrow nationwide. It tells the true story of 3 fathers who will stop at nothing to protect their children.
One of the characters based off of Randy Hartley, who's right here in Nashville, and he's joining us this morning. We're so glad you're here.
Well,
gosh,
thank
it
you,
made me
Carol.
emotional just watching that tiny clip.
Me too. That's real life there.
This is your life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Talk about the story behind the film. Your
Sure.
family got involved in sponsoring a compassion child.
Right.
What does that mean? What happened?
Well, it's kind of interesting. This whole story, I'd say, happened by accident. But our family was living in Brentwood, sponsoring a child from Rwanda through Compassion International. And by coincidence, a man whose family had escaped the Rwandan genocide moved to Nashville. We got to know them through our children and became friends. And then when my daughter's life took a left-hand turn, I felt called to bring her to Rwanda to meet the little girl that we'd been sponsoring. So our friends who had escaped the genocide led us back to Rwanda to meet the little girl. And these lives that should have never crossed became so intertwined in a way that is just truly incredible. And that's what the story's about.
And the fact that this is now on the big screen is
Right.
incredible as well. Tell
Sure.
us how it even came about that now it's a movie.
Right. Well, that's the crazy part. I'm just a financial planner, been doing it for 35 years, never meant to be in the movie business. But one day a man came in my office while I was meeting him for the first time, and he told me he'd worked for Disney, but he's now a minister, and he's just looking to tell great stories. And I said, I got a story for you. Next thing I know, I was in their production studio. A week later, he took a trip to us to Rwanda. We did a documentary that won national awards, and that gave this guy the gumption to say, maybe we can make a movie. So I'm also the executive producer, and I lived it, and here we are. So we'll be in theaters nationwide this weekend.
That's amazing, and
So
congratulations
amazing.
for that. And being part of this project, what message did you want to get out as
Sure.
being the executive producer of this film, going, let's get this out?
Right. Well, you know, I didn't need to make a movie. I'd been blessed many ways, but I needed to make this movie. First of all, I think anybody going is going to be entertained and hopefully inspired. But I got to tell you, my daughter was broken, and our family was broken, and all these families were. And yet the movie shows the path we all took to be made whole again. And it's by leaning on Christ and leaning on each other. And, you know, I think anybody coming should be inspired and entertained. But if somebody comes with their own brokenness, maybe it'll show them how to get on that path a little bit quicker. And if that happens, then glory to God.
That first trip back to Rwanda, talk to us a little bit about that, because a lot of people sponsor a child through Compassion.
Right,
I mean,
right.
I saw Toby Mac is in this film,
absolutely.
and Toby does that at every
Yes,
one of his
absolutely.
concerts. So a lot of people are sponsoring the children, but it doesn't seem tangible
Right.
until you made that trip. What was that like?
That was incredible. You talk about transformational, because my daughter was a lost soul. And by going there and seeing the impact that she had made, you talk about a purpose-driven life. It did change your life. She came back, started working in school, went to college, got a degree in international studies. And my daughter actually lives in Nairobi, Kenya now, has been in mission work for 4 years. And if you saw the girl that was a sophomore, junior in high school in our household, and the girl today who's living a purpose-driven life, you wouldn't think they're the same people. So that's why I'm a proud dad who can put some really deep personal things on film. But the reason I can do it is the beautifully part, not the broken. If this movie was titled Broken, you wouldn't want to see it. It is beautifully broken because we all hit rock bottom, but God was kind of the rock that we built back from. And you can see it in the lives, not only my daughter, but the family from Rwanda who started a ministry for refugees here in town. Has served 12,000 refugees since they arrived, just giving back.
Sure, you were meant to be a financial planner.
I don't know.
That
was just the
it's good
first
to be
step.
good at many things.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're bringing this to us. Wow,
you.
what
Yeah,
a story to
thank you.
tell. Check out the movie. Why wouldn't you? How beautiful. Beautifully Broken. It hits theaters nationwide tomorrow.
Amazing soundtrack, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, you've had John Barry on here, you have him Plum, CeCe Winans. They've
a
all
good
charted
time.
with the same song, so
It's so
imagine
great.
that.
So
Yeah.
great. Thanks for coming
Thank
in.
you so much for having me.